Hey guys, how you doing? This is your boy Nick, Houtx Trader right here in Houston, Texas. Doing a video for you guys on a Sunday, May the 12th. We're going to do a market overview. We're going to look at US 30, NASDAQ, and gold, and then that'll be it. We want to say this is not financial advice. This is only for training. And thank you to my Flash Funding who allows me to give away some funded accounts, some challenge accounts, just for you guys for being a member of ours. So let's get right into it. Let's share my screen. Alrighty, here we go. And before we start off, guys, let's look at news real quick. Okay. We see that news, we have nothing, no red folders on Monday. We have two red folders on Tuesday. But looky here. Homeboy speaking, federal Fed Chair Powell is going to speak. And there was a lot of market volatility last Thursday, Wednesday, and Thursday, particularly Thursday around the news drop of the job numbers. But a lot of people are starting to speculate now that the Fed is going to cut interest rates by the end of the year. So they're thinking maybe the next, maybe the next quarter. It's not going to happen. It'll happen towards the end. So we'll see what they do, what inflation looks like, and what jobs look like. The next time they do interest rate decision will be in a few months, and then at the end of the year maybe they'll spike it down. So that's our lower, a couple of basis points. So this is the reason why the markets pumped last week on those bad job numbers. So that his speech on Tuesday might be driving some volatility. Then we also have Wednesday, which is all of the big newses, right? CPI, retail sales. There will be a lot of volatility. So considering there is no news tomorrow on Monday, there might be a lot of stalling and consolidation, maybe a little bit on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday the ball should drop. Whichever way the ball wants to go, up or down, I'm expecting Wednesday. Let's look at the dot card real quick. Guys, stick with me for 1 second. Dot card real quick. Here's my YouTube, Twitter's, Instagram, my Flash Funding. This is a link to their Discord. I actually need to probably change that. But anyways, Pip Connect, this is board Andy Peters. Board Ape Solana Club is the NFT group that I'm in. You buy the NFT, then you good to go. Let's just say go to Magic Eden and buy it. And here is the link to Magic Eden to buy the NFT. Market Bandits is a free Discord, and I need to change the link here on Stefano's link because it's not active right now. Anyways, okay, let's get into the charts. So we're going to start off with NASDAQ because I'm interested in NASDAQ a bit more than I am 30. Primarily because I'm in a short position right now in NASDAQ. Okay. Obviously, locally, NASDAQ has been pumping like crazy. Okay. We can see that it's very obvious. Um, but look at how this happened. Okay. We're pumping. I wanted to see this. We're pumping. We topped. Let me get rid of this, right? A breakdown. It does not make a new top. Break down a lower again, lower again. One, two, three. Okay. And basically this parabolic looking shape before it popped back off. Okay. So we see that and we note that. I'm going to keep that in the back of my mind. Okay. Now if we look, okay, what do we see? Parabolic looking shape. Okay. There's the pump down, right? Here's the push up into our Fibonacci 88.6, 78.6 zone. And again, I'm not sure if this is going to happen, but it seems like this could happen right there. All right. And it's kind of the same thing that this did. There is a thing. Let me see if I can figure it out. Sorry for the delay. There's called ghost pattern. Is it ghost pattern? Right. Same time scales. I haven't moved that at all. And if you look at it, right, let's just look at how amazingly close this is. You have this dip down, up, and then the big dip down. Okay. Let's delete all these brushes out of here because I want to be able to really look at this. Again, I haven't changed the scale of the chart. So this dip down there to there. Let's just move it a little bit. Same scale. So let's say it's roughly there to there. Look at this. That is pretty close to this original one, that original dip down. So then we say, okay, well, let's look at the second dip down from here to there. Let's just make sure it's accurate. Let's drag this over there. All right. The second dip is about that, pretty close. Well, let's look at this. I mean, it was only a difference. I mean, look at how much different that is. It's only that much different. That's really close. It's really close. All right, now let's look at this. Then we have the push off, right? Push off. It's in the same. Let's look at this. Fibbo from there to there, 78, 88.6, right? Right in our little cell area. So now that we see that that's happening, and we see that it's got the, 1, 2, 3 turnaround reversal. I'm not saying it's going to happen again, but I mean, prices don't repeat, but they rhyme. Okay. So look at that. It's almost the same time as well. I mean, how it started here, and then we found the bottom, which is honestly right at the same spot. And then now we're finding the top, which is, guess what? Right at the same spot. So I am selling NASDAQ. Okay. Let me just delete this pattern because, and also look, let's just, before we take off and delete, look at the final turnaround spot. Look exactly where I have my buy zone sitting, which is what? Which is off of the fib. Okay. Look, there it is. So it's not like I'm marking this up live. I'm doing this off the cusp, right? This is not planned out. So, anyways, I'm in shorts. I mean, I'm in sales. I'm already in, right? I'm in a little bit of drawdown on that first position. Wrong one. I'm here, and I have my stop loss there. Truth be told, I'm still in a long from this bottom down here. I'm still in a long with a runner. So if this does take off and run, and this short right here loses, I'm hedging my bet, right? But yeah. So let's come down to the smaller time frame. That's the daily. Let's come down here. Okay. So now we can really look at this. So here's the last bit of buy candles, which was right here, right? Order block. Okay. Now is that could be a good spot for reversal. Also the 88.6, 78.6 right there. Okay. So we see that we want ultimately for this to hold as the swing. We want that to be the hold here. This would be the last order block before it turns around and sells off. Okay. Now we look on the buy side. 1, 2, 3. It has a 3 drive touch. 1, 2, 3. There's your Elliott wave 3 push. Okay, so now we're starting to stack confluences. Okay, we have the fib zone, we have the order block, we have, okay, so let's just do fib, order block, previous price action, three-leg Elliott. Okay, now let's look on the buy side. As you guys know, I like to fib out the second part of the buy five, the second leg of the buy. The 61.8 matches exactly with the 88.6. And guess what? It hit TP. And look how it wicked. Look how it wicked above and it came right back below. So now we're at 5. Now we're at 5. All right. Look at how on the 2 hour RSI. Okay. Right. Let's just change the color of that to make it a little brighter. All right. Let's actually do it again. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. So now we have, again, the candle movement is obviously bullish, but at the same time, look at, now we have divergent. Now that's 6. 6. Okay. So we've got 6 different confluences right now of why this thing is going to turn around right here. So I am confident in this trade. This now let's see if we can't put some extra sauce on this. Let's see if we can't snipe. So I'm already in, but I would love to take another percentage entry on this. Let's delete all this jazz in here. Whatever this scalping shit I was doing earlier. All right, let's just delete all this. We don't need, well, okay, so here it is. I drew this trend line like this, right? You can clearly see it. I drew that trend line right there. So some people would be interested in taking a sell right there, right on that trend line break, right? And then they would put their stop loss right up here, which is not that big of a stop loss if you actually zoom out. And they would be targeting probably that low as the first order block that needs to get retested. So that would be the first one, right? But ultimately, if you really look at this, look at how this is now double bottoms, right? There's liquidity sitting right here. There's obviously liquidity sitting right here and here. That's not that far away from each other. If this one's going to get swept here, this one's going to get swept there, and this would be the pivot point for finding support, right? If it gets down that low, which I think it will. Like again, if based off of the previous price action, we're thinking it's going to get all the way down here to our buy zone. So what I'm looking to do then, let me just clean up some of this stuff. Again, I'm already in a sell, but I'm going to, if it gives it to me, get into another one. So I'm going to throw another percentage on this. So if we're going to do that, then we need to look at small time price action. Okay. We can see that we have a level starting here, right? We have a level starting there. We have this bottom. Well, look at this double bottom too. We have this double bottom here, which is liquidity. Okay, so how are we gonna get into this? How are we going to get into another cell? Let's delete this line on the RSI. So what I really like to see is I want to be patient, okay? And we need to figure out what is quote unquote structure. I mean, is this structure? And did that break it? Is this structure, right? This is definitely, if you look at this is definitely the order block area that led to the big buy, right? That's the order block that led to the buy. Now this is kind of where the art of the reading it is, right? Candle up, candle down. So what we could do then, if we want to start trying to snipe, we could perhaps do this. Let's look at this. I kind of like that, actually. I do kind of like that. Because if we look at the price and order flows, let's zoom to the 30 real quick. Let's think about this. Okay. We're thinking out loud. This is the order block. It came down and retraced and it hit, I mean, pretty much the top. I mean, it was really close, but it hasn't hit the top. Okay. Low. This is still working off of this swing. This is still in that fib, and then it broke that fib. Then it broke the top for a new swing, which makes technically this right here the swing low. So in reality, if you're doing this, that's the swing low right there. Again, I don't have this pre-planned. I'm doing this live, and this is the way my brain works. So I know a lot of people would like to mark up the charts and get everything ready, and then when they make the video, it's super flowy. But this is how I do it in real life. So if I'm going to take a short opportunity, then I'm going to take it up here, and that's going to be my stop loss will be just a few pips, right? And we can try to snipe that entry. I don't necessarily think that this wick right here is going to get filled, but what I do see, we're on the 30-minute right now. You do see the fair value gap. You do see that there's this whole area right here has not been retouched. If we come down to the smaller time frame, you could get better with your fair value gap as far as there and there is concerned. Actually, let's just go deeper. Let's just go down this rabbit hole deeper. Let's get rid of this. I don't give a shit about this. But what I do see is that guy right there. That candle right there. That indecision doji candle. Okay. And that happens to be right where the 88.6 is. I mean, literally to the pip, the 88.6. Now you could say that this is the kissing candle and this is the kissing candle, and there it is again too. And technically this right here would be the breakout candle, but it's already been retested. It's already been taken. So we're not worried about any of that. I really feel confident that it's this candle, right? And what you could really do is if you look at this candle here as the one that really broke out and made the trend, you could aim for 50% of that, but it's not even at my 78.6. So I'm going to do the 88.6. And a matter of fact, I'm going to put in the sell limit right after this video. So that's what I'm going to do for 1% more. All right. Um, small stop loss. I mean, honestly, you don't even need to do a full percent, because if you put in a sell here, let's say you use like a 0.5%. Shit, let's just say you put it to 88.6 there, right? Your real TP, I mean, your real TP is down here. Your real TP is down there. That's a 11-to-1 trade, right? I think that's, I mean, look at that wick. We're on the 2 hour. Look at that 2 hour wick. I mean, that is a straight rejection. So if this can come back up, and let's do this, and let's just say that it fills in half that wick or half this fair value gap, right? It fills in half that. That's right at the 78.6. So maybe we play it a little safe. We enter a little bit early on the 78.6 and gives us a few more pips of stop loss, but we don't really care. That protects us from filling that entire wick. It protects us from the 88.6 again. And really, we want to target. I mean, I guess you could say your TP1 would be that order block, but that's still a 5-to-1 trade. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do on NASDAQ. I'm selling. Now I'm going to put a sell limit in. And again, I'm already in a sell over here somewhere, right? Not in too much drawdown, probably closer to here. So I'm in a few pips drawdown on that, but I don't really care. I'm going to enter again. Let's look at 30 real quick. 30, 30 smacked me last week for 2%. Took a L. It is what it is. It just means my fibs are in the wrong spot. That's all it means. All right. We see the 50% I had marked up there. Okay. So we had 5 or 6 reasons to sell NASDAQ. Let's see if we can't do that on the Dirty 30. So Dirty 30 is a much different trade. Okay. Um, you do see this trend line is coming up to the 88.6. So again, with Dirty 30, we want to enter at the 88.6. We don't really want to enter at the 78.6. Okay. So I could say we could enter here at the 88.6. It's giving us a large stop loss. And then I don't necessarily know that's going to come all the way back down and flip, right? So there's a 2.41 to trade. Not the best R to R, but there'd be your TP1. Again, I don't know if it's going to come all the way down to here. But there's a moving average. So there's reasons for this to probably find support in this trend line area, moving average area, and 38.2 area. So that would probably be where I'd like to take my TP. I'd like to take my profit. As you can see on the 8 hour, it is getting oversold. Let's look at the 1 hour. So this is what we can do then. This is what we're going to do on Dirty 30. We want to be more cautious because I just got smacked last week on it. So I'm not going to go crazy. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is wait for a break of structure. I kind of want to wait for a better one than this. But actually, you know what? Let's not do that. We're going to be, I don't want to say we're going to be risky because, I mean, all trades are risky, especially on 30. But let's do this. That then, if this was structure here, right? That's clearly a break of structure. Okay. And so let's see this. We got fib from there to there, and it did hit the 78.6. If it did not hit the 88.6, that should have been our entry. It's all good. You see these wicks then? Let me just blow this up. Sorry, so much scrolling. I'd like to see this get filled in because I think there's probably a lot of people who obviously sold there and they think they've caught the top. I think 30 is going to come back and smack them one more time and knock them out and use that as liquidity. So we could take an entry like this. Maybe we give the stop loss just a few more pips, and then we're definitely going to be targeting, like I said, down here. So that's a 6-to-1 trade. If we zoom out, let's go back out to the 1 hour. Let's reset this. Yeah, so I mean that's a 6-to-1, but really, guys, we really want to try to get it down here, which is a 28-to-1 trade. Now, do I think I'm going to hold 100% of that profit all the way down there? Hell no, I'll get scared. I'll take some of it out. But I mean, that's the runner scenario, obviously, right? So let's do that. So if you come down to the 15-minute, you see that we've had a break. You see we got these wicks here. Let's use that for liquidity, and let's see if we can't catch this sniper trade. I mean, it's not very many pips, so put in like a 0.5% or something. Just not financial advice. It's only 44 pips, but you put in a 0.5% there, and then you've got a chance to make a hell of a lot of percentages as this thing falls off. Let's just hope for that to happen. Goldilocks. So Goldilocks on the bigger time frame is, you know, I know some of my buddies have already started to sell. I'm not quite there yet. Okay, I'm not quite there yet. I did mark off this what I consider to be an order block there, right? I just don't know if that's the true area where it's going to sell, right? We did have liquidity get taken here in this area, right? So then we see that they have this candle here, but that's already been broke. So the price came up to here. So if we put a line and said, well, price came up to this area. I said a line, not a dot, a line. Here we go to that there. If the price came up to there, we just figure out like why. Why did the price stop there? I don't think it's done. I don't think it's done. And look at this momentum. Like I would not short yet. Look at that momentum, right? It's just I don't think that's smart. I don't think it's smart. So with this situation, I'm going to be patient again. If I'm going to sell, it's going to be up here at the 78.6. All right. I'm not there yet. So I would just say fib it top to bottom, as you can see that I did here. As you can see, it broke trend and then it went to the moon. And then so we need to start looking for another trend line. Yeah, I'm not a trend line trader, but I definitely like to see them. And so that would be the other trend line there. So we're not 100%, convinced that it's going to start selling off because it still has a broken trend. It's still above the moving average. You get the idea. So we'll delete this. We do have this down here. We can mark that off again with a different. Okay, we'll mark this off as liquidity. There. That liquidity's been taken. That liquidity's been taken. Yeah, I don't think it's done yet. And look at the momentum. Yes, we did have a spike. That's another good idea. We did have the spike on the RSI, but we don't have the three touch. We don't have the divergent. We don't have anything yet. So yeah, we're so on the RSI side of things, right? What do you want to see on the RSI? You want to see this? And I don't care what this part is, but then I want to see that and then go. Okay. So that you can see this. And we don't have it yet. We don't have that yet. So I don't think gold is ready. My personal opinion. All right, so that's how I mark these up, guys. We have we had the liquidity here get taken out. So there's a reason for it to sell off. We do have the order block, basically right here. I mean, the order block really is this last section from there to there. And honestly, that's what it did. Look, it touched the bottom. But again, okay, now look at this. As you guys know, I like to enter at 78.6. Where's 50% of this order block? Let's make this a little bit tighter. There. There's the last bit of candles. And look, the 78.6 and the 88.6 are, I mean, it's right there. Excuse me. The 78.6 is damn close to where the 50% of this area is. And if we come and look, okay, now let's put some more sauce on this. Let's look at these candles. Okay. Look at how there's a untouched buy candle, and these untouched buy candles. The price has not came back up and mitigated these candles. So even if we enter at the 78.6 right there, we still have, I mean, we might go into a little bit of drawdown, but you would be targeting that candle, and the probably price would like to come up and at least touch these candles and then reject off. So that thing is another confluence, right? We have the RSI starting to be overbought. We have the candles that are virgin that need to be taken out. We have the Fibonacci zone. And yeah, and I mean, if you look at also, this is not a healthy market. I mean, this much of a gap is not a healthy market as far as price action momentum. That's just a full on bull stepped in, pushed it off. And so there needs to be some sort of retracement. And I'm not saying that price is going to go all the way down, but perhaps at least come and hit this order block here. I mean, if this is not an order block, I don't know what is. I mean, look at that consolidation right before the big move. And so I know a lot of traders like to do the breakout and retest. So that's the breakout from there to there, and you could at least play this retest and go. So if we catch the 78.6 entry, we're taking profit at the 236 right there. Or I mean, you could even do it there, but uh and you would have the trend line in this area, right? If it does come to there, you'd have the trend line. So there's reasons to start buying back up, but I want to see this order block right here get tested and get retapped in, and then also take out these candles over here. So again, basically pretty easy. Fib from there to there, from top to bottom, there to there. And then let's make this fib a little cleaner. There it is. And we're going to enter at the 78.6, which is basically half of that last, excuse me, half that candle over there. All right, guys, that's it. So I'm going to be selling right around the 23.89. I'm already in NASDAQ sales, but again, I'm looking to snipe another entry right here about the 18 to 16 area. And dirty 30, yeah, got me once already, but maybe I can snipe this entry tomorrow, scalp it, and do 39,541. Okay, guys. As always, as you know, I don't sell anything. I don't sell any signals, not that. All I ask for is you just hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you like my content. I appreciate it. I'm still trying to grow as a trader. I'm still trying to grow the content, and hopefully, you guys saw one little thing that you like how do we isolate previous candles that have not been retested, that are what I call virgin candles. We can look at breakout zones. We can use our Fibonacci's. We use our RSI. We do the trend lines just as the backup. But as you can see, if nothing else, how you start to stack confirmations and give yourself more confidence. Use the Fibonacci's to keep yourself out of bad trades, right? And then after that, you start stacking all the stuff on top of it, especially the RSI, the three touch, the Elliott waves. I don't really use a whole lot of Wyckoff on here, but that's the break and retest situation I talked about on gold. So yeah, hopefully you like some of that content and you help me out and smash that subscribe button. If you have any questions, please do me a favor and put in the comments. I'll do everything I can to help you out. This is just training, not financial advice. And yeah, you guys have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. See you next week.